Hey guys, Angry Beast here, bringing you some actually third-person team tactical. This is Modern Warfare 2 on the map Favela, using a Scar H here with, I believe, no attack spin. Actually, this is my first game using it this prestige. And right before Modern Warfare 3, I prestiged, so I'm at like level 30 or something in this gameplay. Nothing too unusual here. This is just how I like to play some team tactical. A couple things about team tactical that you might want to know is that obviously there's only 4 people per team. So there's going to be less kills and less deaths overall, and especially in a capture the flag mode, it can be a little bit slow. I believe it's 55 seconds here to my first event, like kill or death, and so that's a little bit of a long wait between kills, but it isn't that bad. It's not something like a Battlefield where you can literally go 5 minutes at a time without finding any action. So I find that it's a good balance between Call of Duty is really fast-paced and Battlefield's really slow-paced. But I get my first kill there, and if you notice down on the bottom right, I have a constant tracker down there because at the end of this game, the host dashboards, and I didn't get to see the final score, so I wanted to at least know what it was. So might as well put up a little display for you guys. I'm using the perks, at least at the start here, I'm using a Scavenger, Stopping Power, and Steady Aim. Scavenger is basically because the Scar H doesn't have that much ammo, and it has a pretty good recoil, a pretty good reload speed, and Sleight of Hand Pro isn't going to benefit you at all in a team tactical, or especially third person, because your aim down sight time is instant, unless you're using a sniper rifle. Stopping power is obvious. You want to be able to get those kills faster. And because there's no Juggernaut to balance it off in this game, it's pretty much an obvious second-tier perk choice. Not to mention with the Scar H, it increases that 3-bullet kill to a 2-bullet kill, so it's really, really helpful in the Scar H. Steady aiming is another obvious one for third-person mode. Because you're playing in third-person, there is no aiming down sights. It basically just reduces the size of your reticle. So steady aim is just going to reduce it even further, and it basically acts as stopping power for this game mode. You could make a case for running something like a sit rep or ninja, which when I do switch up classes at the halftime of this match, I do switch it up to a commando class just because that's all I had. I didn't have anything else unlocked. And I do pick up the flag. There was really a stupid move. I should have waited and killed the guy who were coming back for it. They knew where I was. I didn't know where they were. That was just a stupid mistake on my part. But at this point, I'm 5-2, which is pretty good for a team tactical. There's only 4 people on the map, and at 2.5 minutes in, that's about as good as you can really expect, unless you're pushing really, really hard and basically drawing the enemies towards you, which is not what I'm doing in this gameplay. I believe I'm using the Semtex and the what is that? Concussion grenades. The Semtex and frags in this game are a lot more powerful than what they are in Black Ops or Modern Warfare 3. Semtex is more powerful than the frags, so I like to use that more often than not because you can also switch it out. It's very versatile, more so than the frag grenade in my opinion. And for most of the situations you're going to be in, you don't need the really long throwing distance of a frag, especially in a CTF where the enemies aren't going to be staying in one position for very long. Tip for team tactical is use a pistol secondary. As odd as it sounds, pistols are remarkably overpowered in third-person mode. If you didn't know, the pistols, when aiming down sights, have the tightest hipfire spread of all the weapons in the game besides the ACOG snipers, making them the perfect backup weapon because they have the fast swap time, and with stopping power they can get 2-hit kills. Right here I just get a victim of the bad spawns. I didn't see that guy. It was just my mistake there. So at this point I got 8-4. That's not too bad. Probably could have been doing better, but I got 3 defends at least, and I always seem to have the worst luck with those cars. I always seem to run into them and start bouncing up and down, and I don't know if it's just me or what. But this map is one of my favorites personally. I know it has a lot of verticality, and I generally don't like that in a map. But for a map like Favela, you'll find a lot of the action actually occurs on the ground. And if you try to stay off the top of the roofs, especially in a team tactical setup, everyone else is going to basically stay off the top. One person goes up, and then people start to gradually go up, and then everybody will be up there. But if you stay down and keep the action down, ooh, triple kill. Generally, the action will stay down. In Team Tactical, a triple kill is absolutely huge because there's only 4 enemies on the opposing team. Killing 3 of them at a time is a huge, huge advantage for your teammates. Basically, it gives you a pass for like 10 seconds. Just run the flag as far as you need to. But unfortunately, I get ACOG sniped there, and that's something I need to try out again. Back in the day, I would run an ACOG sniper in Team Tactical all the time, but as I got closer and closer to Modern Warfare 3. I stopped using the snipers mainly because I knew they were going to be different in Modern Warfare 3. It turns out they actually weren't too much different other than the run speed, but the ACOG snipers in third-person mode have absolutely zero accuracy penalty. They'll shoot exactly where you aim it, and they have no sway. So that's really cool. At this point, I've switched up to my Rush class, which is my Marathon, Cold-Blooded, and Commando class. I use Commando on a map like Favela, mainly because there's so much verticality. I can jump down between the levels of the map without worrying about getting killed. Because I play on Tactical, the actual knife feature of Commando does not come into factor much. And the UMP, as most of you probably already know, is one of the most versatile weapons in the entire game. Nice little spray through the wall with the UMP there. Because it has the penetration of the assault rifle and the damage of a range of, well, basically no other weapon in the game besides light machine guns. It allows you to play it in roles that you wouldn't usually play a submachine gun. It's not the most powerful up close, and it's not the most powerful at long range. But it's a very, very good all-around weapon. And that's what's good for a rushing class, especially if you're trying to run the flag. You want to be able to move fast, but you don't want to be completely unarmed up close. So I see a lot of people trying to run the flags with a pistol, with Marathon, a lightweight, and in my opinion, that's not the best choice. Cold-blooded gives you an advantage, especially in Team Tactical, where UAVs are so prevalent. Everybody runs a UAV because it's harder to get the higher streaks up in Team Tactical because there's less kills to go around. And if you can just stay off that UAV, it gives you that tactical advantage, which is what this game mode is all about, over your enemies, and it really can turn the tide of a battle. I believe once again I have the Semtex and the concussion grenades. Nothing unusual there. The concussions are generally the best special equipment to go with. And my kill streaks in this game are the UAV, I believe the Predator missile, and not the attack helicopter, the Harrier strike. I don't think I get anything other than the UAV a couple times, but in a Team Tactical setup, you really can't be expected to go on really, really long kill streaks. So, Team Tactical to me is a good balance. I know I said this before, but it's a good balance for me as far as how fast the game plays. At times I like to play ground war and stuff, but at other times it just ends up being a noob tube fest. I found that in Team Tactical, not many people run a noob tube because there's no reason to. Teammates generally don't bunch up as much as they would in a ground war, meaning that using a noob tube, if you miss, leaves you at more of a disadvantage than what it would in, say, a ground war. So, I've found that more skilled players like to play Team Tactical, so, I don't know, I just find that noob tubes are less frequent in this game mode, and honestly, when I first started to play this, I was expecting a lot of noob tubes, but I was pleasantly surprised. Right here, I'm camping the tactical insertion, which, in Modern Warfare 2, that's a death penalty, because you can't cancel the tactical insertion like you can in Black Ops, but this gameplay is winding down. The host dashboard's here in a couple minutes or so. And I end up the game going like 19-9 or something like that. But hope you guys did enjoy. It's a really, really fun game mode. I definitely recommend you guys go back and try it again. It adds a different feel to the game that you don't find in any other game mode. And the third-person mode has a couple of tips and tricks to it, like the ability to change which shoulder you're aiming from when the situation suits it is really awesome. I hope you guys did enjoy. I am Angry Beast, and I am signing out.